There are a lot of videos right now on YouTube about our current housing crisis. All you have to do is go to the search bar, type in housing crisis, and you're going to see page after page after page of videos. Some of these videos are now claiming that we're going to have a 50% reduction in home values. 50%. I personally don't agree with it. In this video, we're going to go over some practical and some common sense reasons why the state of Florida is not going to experience that big a drop in home values. For the point of this video, let's go ahead and establish what is the median home sales price here in Florida. The first place we're going to look for our median sales price is going to be the Florida Association of Realtors monthly market detail report for September of this year. And you can see right here that for September, that median sales price is $403,880, which is 13.8% increase from this time last year. Now, if you want, because I know a lot of people are probably wondering why I'm using median sales price, not the average sales price. I know average sounds better, but honestly, the average sales price is kind of irrelevant. You can pause the video and read over this little note. It explains exactly why we're using the median sales price. Look at this chart here below just for another reference. This goes back 5 years. The prices have never been below or even close to $200,000 in the last 5 years. The next one we're going to look at is going to be the quarterly market report from the Florida Association of Realtors. And this has the median sales price for quarter 3 of this year at $409, okay, which is still a 15% increase from last year. And if you look at the chart, it's the same thing. It's never been below 200 or really almost anywhere near 200,000 in the last 5 years. The last one we're going to look at is one from Zillow. It's their home value index. And for the month of September, they have us at 407, 462. So I'm going to use the figure at 407 for this video. And just look real quick. When's the last time we got down to around 2? You're looking around April of 2016. So almost 7 years. What they're saying is our home values are going to drop lower than they have been in the last almost 7 years. I just wanted to show this chart real quick just to show everyone the price differences we have in Northwest Florida compared to the rest of the state. This graph is from InfoSparks and it pulls market data from our local MLS. And I have it broken out in 3 ways. I've got the entire MLS, Escambia County, and San Rosa County. And you can see since June of this year, we've been going down for our entire MLS median sales price value. In 5 months, we've dropped 7.4% in our entire MLS. But still, our median sales price is only $315,000 compared to the $403,000 for the rest of the state of Florida. So, big difference. Before we start talking about specific reasons why our home values will not drop 50%, let's take a look at the cash sales first. To me, this is an important figure because I think you need to know what percentage of buyers here in Florida are using financing and what percentage of buyers are using cash. Here's another chart from the Florida Association of Realtors detailed monthly report for September of 2022. And this is the percentage of closed sales that were paid in full in cash. So the number of sales that were paid by cash. These have nothing to do with bank financing, owner financing, assumed loans, or nothing. And you can see for the month of September, we're looking at 29.8%. We haven't been below really 30% in the last year. So for this video, we're just going to say the percentage of cash sales in Florida is 30%. That leaves 70% left of buyers are using some form of financing to buy their home here in Florida. This info comes from a website called Keeping Current Matters. Some people believe there's a group of homeowners who may be reluctant to sell their houses because they don't want to lose the historically low mortgage rate they have on their current home. Data shows 51% of homeowners have a mortgage rate under 4% as of April this year, and while it's true mortgage rates are higher than that right now, there are other non-financial factors to consider when it comes to making a move. So 51% of all these loans have a rate under 4%. Reasons why homeowners sell. Home sellers have historically moved when something in their lives changed. A new baby, a marriage, a divorce, or a new job. The primary reason homeowners decided to sell in the last year was the realization that after so much time spent at home, they wanted different features and amenities, such as walkability, outdoor space, pool, etc. This chart shows the number one reason by 31% homeowners sold was they wanted different features and amenities. Other reasons were home no longer meets their needs, needed a new home office to work, wanted to be closer to loved ones, want a smaller house that's less work, no longer need to live near the office. The most commonly cited reason for selling their home was a desire to move closer to friends and family, 21%, moving due to retirement, 11%, or the neighborhood has become less desirable, 11%. Both of these show that one of the biggest reasons for a homeowner selling their house is to live closer to family and friends. Let's look at reasons why values drop in the first place. Higher interest rates, the economy, the local job market, foreclosures in the area, and environmental issues. Out of those three, probably interest rates, the economy, and the external environmental issues concern me the most about our potential values dropping. But the biggest concern I have is actually the insurance rates and what is being projected to happen here in the next year. This one is saying that they expect them to go up by 20 to 30%. Here's another one that says Florida homeowners facing rising insurance prices. 88% of Florida homeowners to see higher flood insurance rates. And this is my main concern. This is what could really hurt our Florida home values probably more than anything right now. Okay, it's finally time to discuss my reasons why Florida values won't drop by 50%. Florida is the #1 state for inbound traffic, okay? For the number of people moving to a state, Florida's #1. Here's one report showing us as the #1 inbound state. Here's another report showing us as the #1 inbound state. I do want to make one quick note. If you did know this already, Florida is a Republican state. We are a red state. In my opinion, that's also going to go a long ways in keeping our values up. Florida is also one of the top states to retire in. What is the #1 state to retire in? This one has Florida #2. What states do most Americans retire to? This one has Florida #1. You can Google this and look up a lot of different articles, and every one of them is going to have Florida ranked right in the top of states that people want to retire to and are moving to. Let's take a look at some of the buyer and seller demographics for Florida. The typical buyer was 57 years old and had a median income of $95,900. The typical seller was 63 years old with a median income of $105,000. Sellers typically live in their home for 8 years before selling. Buyers expect to live in their homes for a median of 15 years. 42% of homeowners say they plan to live in their homes for 16 years or more. 65% of recent buyers were married couples. 8% of home buyers purchased a multi-generational home to take care of aging parents because of children over the age of 18 moving back, for cost savings, and to spend more time with aging parents. 70% of recent buyers in Florida financed their home. Those who finance their home typically financed 85%. That only leaves 15% on average for the down payment, which is not much equity. Okay, that's about it. I do want to make one comment about home values when it comes to hurricanes. I know a lot of people talk about, especially people that have never lived through one, how many people leave the area and how values go down. Well, of all the hurricanes that have hit us in our area here in Northwest Florida directly, I can promise you, home values skyrocketed. You know why? Because demand. There was a humongous demand for housing. And the same thing is going to happen in other areas where the hurricanes hit. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, whether they're good, bad, you disagree, agree, leave them below. I'd love to read them. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to answer. As always, I really appreciate it. Thanks and have a great day.